Welcome back to the Dewan Moore Show. I'm your host, Dewan Moore. We're going to be covering some news coming in from Vice, and it is by Harry Shadell, and this news story is going to be talking about the next Democratic president and will they be legalizing weed. Very serious. They seriously would. On Wednesday, Christian Gilbert declared her support for legalizing weed in America by signing onto a bill authorized by her Senate colleague Cory Booker that would end federal pot prohibition. The New Yorker became the latest of several presumed Democratic 2020 president candidates, including Booker, to go on at least partially green. Bernie Sanders and Connecticut Senator Chris Murphy are down with full legalization. Elizabeth Warren is a strong supporter of medical marijuana and wants Massachusetts weed market regulated, and California Senator Kamala Harris for decriminalization, which is a step more timid than legalization. Joe Biden, who appears to be styling himself as an anti-populist, has a history of being fairly anti-weed, as does Senator Sherrod Brown. Gross, that's my senator, sucks. But most notably, Democrats jockeying to replace Donald Trump realize the path to the White House involves coming out strongly in favor of legalized pot. There's plenty of good debate to be had about how marijuana should be regulated and what should be done with past offenders, among other issues. But legalizing cannabis is a popular idea that will almost certainly boost tax revenue nationally and help reform a broken criminal justice system. The problem is that even though 72% of Democrats support legal weed in an October Gallup poll, the party leaders have been maddeningly cautious about simply declaring prohibition to be a failed policy. Though the Democrats' 2016 platform includes a plank about marijuana reform, it stopped well short of Booker's bill, which removed the drug from the DEA's list of controlled substances entirely and even attempt to repair damage wrought, especially on communities of color, by the war on weed. Hillary Clinton, for her part, was characteristically cagey on the subject and indicated she was against legal weed as recently as 2014. Not surprising. But if the Democratic Party frustrates drug reform activists and others who just want it to be legal already, for fuck's sakes, the Republican Party is a total dead end. Attorney General Jeff Sessions is particularly stand out as an unreconstituted drug warrior. This has created a great opportunity for weed legalization to become reality sooner than you might think, as Democratic 2020 hopefuls consider ways to distinguish themselves in what will be a crowded field of anti-Trump resistors. It seems like they signing on Booker's bill or a similar policy will be an easy way to attract the progressive base. It's particularly meaningful that Gillibrand, who has great political instinct, is backing it, as the primary season actually begins. Candidates will have to defend their stance, past and present, on weed, and the more hesitant ones will likely find themselves pillared by an activist corp that has no time for squeamish centrism in the time of Trump. The great thing about legal weed, from a purely political perspective, is that it actually isn't all that controversial. A slim majority of Republicans support it, according to the same Gallup poll, and the states are moving towards legalization despite the opposition from Trump's administration. Taxing and regulation pot seems less like Medicare for all, the divisive and partisan issue, and more like gay marriage. A poor comparison choice in my opinion, as proposition that once seemed radical but is rapidly becoming mainstream. A President Sanders or Booker or Gillibrand would not be able to literally legalize weed, of course. there would be no doubt by opposition to propose in Congress among more moderate Democrats. Federal legalization would mean not just beating back the anti-weed lobby, pharmaceutical companies, alcohol companies, tobacco companies, and lobbyists of the sort, but also sorting out a number of issues about permittedly safety, taxes, and other logistical matters. It would especially be complicated if the Senate filibuster remained intact and Democrats had to court Republicans to get the required 60 votes. So make sure you get out there and vote these people that don't give a rat's ass about you out of office. Look at all they've done for you so far here in the last year. All they've done is give to their rich buddies on Wall Street and take from all the middle class and poor people. So yeah, you want more of that? Don't go vote. But some Republican politicians support legal weed, and both the White House and popular opinion console behind a proposal it would be awfully hard to stop. The bottom line is, it looks increasingly likely that the next Democratic president nominee will favor legal cannabis and might even be able to make it a reality. So, with that being said, let me know what you think about this situation in the comment section below. Pros, cons, and I will get back to you in the comment section. I always try and comment back to people that comment. I love interacting with people from around the world and around the corner. And that's the end of the show. So I am Dwan. This is the Dwan Moore Show. If you haven't already, make sure you smash that subscribe button, ring the bell so you get updates when I upload new videos of all kinds and all sorts, because I do all walks of life. And if there's something you want to hear about that I haven't covered yet and you'd like to hear me cover it, leave that in the comment section and I will do my best to try and cover everything that you guys suggest. Remember that this channel is not just about me, it's about you. You guys make me. So I am truly thankful for that. And with that being said, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you were here with me, and for that I'm always truly thankful. Thank you to all the new subscribers. I'll see you next time.